Easy guys, Dom here from CDG. So Ready or Not is finally here on the PS5, let's go. And in this video I'll be giving you a few quick tips just to get you started. So when you first load up the game, you'll have the menu screen here. I would highly recommend before you jump in and start shooting bad guys to choose the training. I know it sounds a little boring, but trust me, this game is so tactically focused. There are things that you need to learn. Yes, you might be able to pick a few of them up just from playing the game, but trust me, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure your friends also do this just so they understand the core basics of the game. You've got multiplayer. You can choose to activate crossplay if you want to play with people on other platforms. That's entirely up to you, and pretty much everything there is what you expect it to be. Make sure you also jump into the options and just have a look at the control scheme so you can get your head around how the controls work and whatnot. Once you've got all that out the way, get your training done, and then we can jump in and start looking at things like how to customize your character, how to start a mission, that sort of stuff. Now your training's done, you'll find yourself in the precinct. This is where you're going to spend a lot of downtime between missions. Explore. On the right hand side here is the briefing room. On this table on the left here is where you can interact with it to select missions, and you will only have one mission unlocked at the start of the game, and you will have to unlock new missions as you complete them. They will be listed on the left hand side. You can use the L1 and the R1 button to scroll through any DLC missions you might have at the top of the screen, but I would highly recommend completing all the main story first before jumping into the DLC. You can change the difficulty, as you see on the right hand side here, by pressing L2 and R2 for those of you who want a bit more of a challenge or a more casual experience. But once you've selected your mission, you then have to hold up on the directional pad, as you can see in the top left hand corner, to be able to ready up the mission. This will then give you a small countdown timer. You can do this pretty much anywhere in the precinct. You don't have to be at this desk once you've selected the mission. You just have to press up on the directional pad again to cancel the mission if you want to. If you hold the touchpad in the middle of the controller, it will open up a briefing screen which allows you to listen to a recorded briefing. You can also use the L1 and the R1 buttons to scroll through other information you have on the specific mission. This will give you like lore or backstory. It will give you some really useful information as well. Things like civilians to look out for, suspects. Sometimes there's suspects which can help you identify the people you need to arrest. Media such as photos and also audio, which are usually some quite cool recorded 911 calls from operators speaking to witnesses. There's also a map that you can look at here, and also the roster of your AI teammates if you are playing single player. You can also change these up from this menu as well if you decide you want to switch some of these. There is a video I've done on the traits of the officers. Do check that out so you understand their strengths and weaknesses. But before starting a mission, it's really important to check your loadout and also your AI teammates' loadout to make sure that you complement each other and you have everything you're going to need to be able to successfully pull off a mission. So if you go into the SWAT unit here, on the left hand side, you will notice there is a loadout table here where you can modify not only yours but also your AI teammates loadout. Notice at the top left hand corner, you've got a few different tabs that you can scroll through. I would highly recommend when you first start out to choose heavy armor. Make sure it's full coverage and ceramic plates to be able to give you the best protection possible, because while you're learning the game at the start, you will get one shot if you are wearing light armor. Once you've learnt the game and learned how to use cover and effectively clear rooms, you might be able to switch down to light armor, which obviously makes you move a lot faster. But to be honest with you, I still prefer the heavy armor now, and I've been playing Ready or Not on PC for quite some time. You can select different types of weapons and attachments. There is, again, tabs that you can see in the top left-hand corner, so you can scroll through different assault rifles, submachine guns, shotguns, and other tactical equipment here. Make sure that you familiarize yourself with this whole section, and not only how to swap your gear here, but also how to swap your teammates' gear as well. And then once you've got a loadout that you feel that you're kind of happy with, make sure you go and use the shooting range within the precinct itself, so you can kind of test out how the guns handle, if they feel comfortable to you, or if you need to make any alterations before you jump into the mission. But obviously, the best experience will come from you just playing the game and getting used to how different guns handle in different situations. There is so many customization options here that it's just too much for me to cover off in a quick start guide, so that's something maybe for a completely different video. But do make sure that you just spend a little bit of time just making your character look like an absolute badass. Some of the customization options will be locked at the start of the game, giving you incentive to earn certain ranks within the game. Some of the coolest things like the tattoos are required for you to get an S rank, and I have got a video on the channel showing you the best way to be able to get an S rank. Do check that out. So now you've got all your kit sorted and you're happy with your loadout, it's time to jump into a mission and take down some bad guys. I'd say at this point, this brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for future Ready or Not content on the PS5. And I'll catch you guys on another video. Thanks for watching.